As I explained to you, first 6 chapters are introduction, last 6 chapters are conclusion, between 6 chapters are the cream of the Bhagavad Gita. Now we are entering today to the cream of the Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter. That's what we are going to discuss. Okay. So now this much understood, we are coming to 7th chapter. Let us see what happens in the 7th chapter now. We are entering into very important knowledge which Krishna is delivering from 7th to 12th chapter. So let us start with the first verse. All of you can repeat after me. Friends. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Sattamana Partha Yogam Yunjanam Ashraya Asamshayam Samagram Yata Jnasya Shitachru. Now, here, O son of Pritha, Arjuna, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, my asaktaha manaha means one is practicing in consciousness of Krishna with the mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Now you can understand me fully. Then he explains, I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and anomalous, by knowing which there shall remain nothing further to be known. You see, the knowledge which Krishna is delivering in Bhagavad Gita is not ordinary knowledge. He is giving the knowledge which, after knowing this, nothing further to be known. No need to try to know anything else. Everything is covered in Bhagavad Gita. So, he says, this knowledge is both phenomenal and numinal. Phenomenal means what? Knowledge of this material world. Numinal means knowledge of the spiritual world. This world, we say everything happens by phenomenal. Suppose you touch a hot glass of water. When you touch, your skin senses a hotness. And that is delivered, that signals are delivered to the nervous system, to your brain. Then brain takes like the hand to the water glass. The phenomena of this functioning is that the hot, that water is coming to touching the nerves are sending signal to the brain is again sending signal to the muscles and taking away the hand. Any action happens in this world has a phenomenon in it. It is not direct, it happens through certain levels. Just you watch, you look at through your eyes. The phenomena of having sight is that how the image falls on the retina, how the retina is converted into signals, and how it goes to the brain, and it makes you understand what it is, and you read it. So phenomenon. That means in this world, our experiences are not direct. It is happening through a phenomenon. Do you get me? Every experience, we are Atma. Our experiences in this world are happening through some phenomenon. It's not a direct experience. Through the system set up in this world, there's a phenomenon. But there is another world, which is numinal, spiritual world. There, to experience something, you don't require a phenomenon. Experience is direct. Please try to understand. Another example to understand is happiness. How do we experience happiness in this world? through some way. If you are liking some food, by tasting that food through the tongue, so you experience that. There is an indirect process of gaining happiness. So everything depends on something. But in the spiritual world, the ananda, the happiness is direct. You don't require some agent to give you happiness. Here who is the agent? His body is the agent which is delivering happiness to you. There is no agent, direct happiness you get. That is the meaning of phenomenal nirvana. So Arjuna Krishna is saying, I am giving you full knowledge. Another thing to note here is that, you see, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is constant, it never changes. Unlike the modern knowledge. The modern days, how many times science has evolved its knowledge? Initially they first found out about atom. They thought atom is the smallest particle exists. Then they said not atom. There is a proton, neutron, electron. Then they said no, God particles. So they go on evolving and changing. Newton came, he said something, Einstein came, he did something. They keep on evolving the knowledge. Knowledge is not perfect. They keep changing. History keeps changing. When we get some evidence, then they come to know this was the truth. But 5,000 years over, will we change the Bhagavad Gita? Same knowledge. Because it's absolute knowledge. So then, this particular knowledge, it is not easy to get. This is said in third verse. Please repeat after me. Third verse. Manishyanam sahasreshu kaschit yadati siddhane yatatam siddhanam kaschit mam vetti tattvataha. So it is said, out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and those who achieve perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So knowing God or Krishna is Manishanam Sahasreshu. Thousands of people, one person may be trying to know what it is, what the truth is. Among those who are trying to know the truth, among thousands of those people, one person may actually understand God. That is a rarity of understanding and getting the spiritual knowledge. So this is the first section of this chapter, the glory of the knowledge about Lord Krishna. It's in your handout also. All of you receive the handout, right? Then the second section is knowledge of Lord Krishna's energies. What are his energies? And then surrendering to Lord Krishna. What is the name of the chapter? Knowledge of the Absolute. Why knowledge of the Absolute came? Because the sixth chapter ended the conclusion that one should know that Absolute. One should worship the Absolute. Yoginam api sarvesham adhatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam. You should worship me with all Shraddha. Then Krishna wants to give more knowledge about himself in the next chapter. That is why he is delivering all this knowledge. So knowledge of the Lord Krishna's energies. Then surrendering to Lord Krishna. Who surrenders to Krishna, who does not surrender to Krishna? Then demigod worship and impersonalism. Devatas, worshipping different devatas and impersonalism. Means God has no form. That understanding is called impersonalism. Gunakara. The last section, from the delusion of Maya to the devotion to Krishna. So these are the 5 sections. Now we are in the first section and we almost completed the first section where hearing about knowledge. Please hear from me. after that both phenomenal and phenomenal world, and the reality of this knowledge out of many thousands on my endeavor for perfection, those achieve perfection only know me truth. Now coming to the second section. The second section is knowledge of Krishna's energies. The first verse is important verse. Let us read this. Please repeat after me. Purnako Vayuhu Kammano Buddhi Vacha Ahankara iti yame Vinna prakriti rashtatha Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego. All together, these eight constitute my separated material energies. So Krishna's energy has been explained here. What is Krishna's energy? Krishna has two kinds of energies. External energy and internal energy. There is also one more energy. They are called marginal energy. Sometimes they will be the external energy, sometimes they go back to internal energy. First let us understand what is external energy and internal energy. Vinna prakriti rashtaha. Because my separated material energies. Can you see that? Separated means this external energy of the Lord. This world, the material world which you see, when you look at the sky, you see so many stars, planets. All that what we see is the external energy of God. And all this is made up of Panchabhutas, including our eyes. That is why with these eyes we can perceive or see only which is made up of 5 elements. Anything beyond the 5 elements, we can't understand. See how small and limited we are. We think we are able to see only this 5. If God has created a 6th one, which is out of box for us, we can never understand what it is. You cannot see the electricity in the wire. By seeing we cannot, by touching you can. So our ability to perceive the nature is very limited. That is why if someone questions the existence of God, it is simply an ignorance, because they have no idea how small they are. Just like if there is an ant in this room, it is crawling from this side to that side. Can this ant understand where is he? Is in his current temple? Gita class is going on. Can ant understand? If I wait for 2 hours, who will come here? Ant cannot understand. Forget about Mangalore city, India, Ram Mandir, Ayodhya, world, Israel, so many geopolitical issues are going on. Can ant understand? Ant hardly understands few meters around it. If the ant says, I don't believe that Modi exists, what will you say? Who cares for your opinion? Isn't it? You know the truth. So those who are advanced spiritually will say, who cares for your opinion? You are in ignorance. You don't understand. We are so small. We are part of Lord's external energy. Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Our body is made of that. Our eyes are made up of that. Things around us are made of these 5 elements. and we think we are everything. So this is external energy of the Lord. But we, Atma, is it external energy of the Lord? No. Atma is beyond this material world. That is why Krishna explained in the second chapter, it never dies. It cannot be killed. Atma cannot be killed. So there is external energy of the Lord. Now coming to internal energy of the Lord. There is one more energy. Please repeat after me. Apareyam itaspanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat apareyam itaspanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Besides this inferior nature, O mighty Arjuna, there is superior energy of mind, which are all living entities who are struggling with the material nature and are sustaining the universe. So besides this what we see, there is another world. Superior energy. Krishna called that as a superior energy. We also synonym to that is internal energy of the Lord. Ladini Shakti of the Lord. So what is that energy? We are actually part of that energy. Atma is part of the superior energy of the Lord. But this Atma, soul, who fall from the superior spiritual world and come to this material world, which is Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, birth, death, old age, disease, is world of suffering. And these Atmas are sometimes called as marginal energy of the Lord. Marginal energy means actually belong to superior energy, but you get influenced sometimes and come to the external energy. Just like the bank of the ocean. Sometimes it is covered by the water, sometimes it is open to sky. Like that, Jivatmas will sometimes fall into the material world, be under the control of the external energy of the Lord. Sometimes they get liberated and go back to the superior energy of the Lord. So these are the two different energies which Krishna has explained there. Okay, they are called Madhyama Shakti or Tatastha Shakti or marginal energies, all are same. So Tatastha Shakti or marginal energy of the Lord, because although spiritual and can control the material energy, Jiva sometimes comes under its influence, becomes conditions for getting his real spiritual position. So these are the two energies which we need to understand. So liberation means getting out of this clutches, control of this material energy, where we are bound by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, our self-desires, and we suffer in the due course of this material world. Not that we are experiencing great happiness here. The reality is that we try to become happy and sometimes we experience, but there is very flickering happiness, then again we come to unhappiness. So the intelligent person should think, how should I escape from the clutches of external energy of the Lord? One more thing I wanted to bring to your notice. In the fourth verse, where Krishna said, earth, water, fire, air, ether, there are three more energies he mentioned, which is mind, intelligence and false ego. You saw that? Karmano, buddhi, devacha. What are those? Panchabutas we understand. Then there is a mind, intelligence and ego. So mind is, we understand what is mind. There is also an energy. This is called subtle energy. S-U-B-T-L-E, subtle. In the Kannada, if I say sukshma, subtle means I cannot see that. It exists. You have mind, I have mind. I cannot see your mind and you cannot see my mind. You have intelligence, I have intelligence. I cannot see your intelligence, you cannot see my intelligence. It's called subtle energy. These three are called subtle energy. So Jivatmas in this material world are covered with the two kinds of bodies. One body, what we see, gross body. What is this made up of? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, Panchabuddhas. Inside this body there is one more body called subtle body. That body is made up of mind, intelligence and ego, false ego. Example, when you sleep at night, you dream, for example. You go to a world. So you are cycling in the dream. And you really experience that you are cycling. When you are cycling, when a snake comes, the snake starts chasing you. You cycle, pedal fast and pedal fast. When you are sweating, you are actually sweating. Now a snake is about to bite you, you get up from the tree. Then snake is not there. Cycle also not there. Nothing is there. Then you get up and drink a glass of water and take it slow. And you see yourself sweating. You have gone through the experience of the dream in another world. That world is subtle world. There snake and cycle is made up of not Panchabuddhas. Cycle is made up of what? Mind, intelligence and ego. Subtle elements they are called. So there is another body called subtle body. So gross body, subtle body, inside that there is Jivatma, the soul. When a person dies, death happens to gross body. Mind, intelligence and ego goes with the soul to the next body. That is why we all are born with certain likes and dislikes. That's the reason. We are born with certain likes and dislikes. Because it is coming, mind is coming, intelligence is coming from the many other lives of experience. That experience only makes you like or don't like. You may have experience in your home. Somebody likes sweet, somebody does not like sweet to eat. Isn't it? Somebody likes cricket, somebody does not like cricket. From where this all nature is coming? Somebody is very charitably disposed. Somebody is very confused. They keep everything to themselves. From where this all coming? This is coming from the mind, intelligence, ego, which you are carrying from the many lives. So they've got two bodies, but this mind, intelligence, ego is also separated energy of the Lord, external energy of the Lord. Okay. So this is Krishna is talking about his energies. Further he says in the 6th verse, of all that in material and all that in the spiritual, in this world, know for certain that I am both its origin and dissolution. What am I? I am both its origin and dissolution. Krishna is beyond all things. That's the power of the Lord. So that is why then Krishna establishes his position, ultimate position. Please repeat this once. 7th verse. Matta paracharananya Kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam Sutre manikana iva. O conqueror of the wealth, Dhananjaya. The meaning of Dhananjaya is conqueror of the wealth. There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. You know the pearl necklace? The necklace with the pearls. If you are tying very beautiful pearls necklace, if the thread inside, that string which is holding all the pearls, if it is cut or broken, what happens? All the pearls, the beauty of the necklace falls. The whole beauty is depending upon the thread inside. Like that, this world, what we say, oh, this is beautiful, that is beautiful, this is nice. Who is the thread behind all these things? It's Krishna. So God is actually holding this. If I am able to see the world around me because of God, if I am able to digest the food which I have taken, it is because of God. If I am able to hear what is spoken, it is because of God. If the energy is withdrawn, if that phenomenon is withdrawn, it doesn't work. That is what I said. You know how this world works? By Lord's energy. Imagine Lord withdraws the air. Can we live? You know when Dhruva Maharaj, the Dhruva, we have heard the name Dhruva, isn't it? So Dhruva, when he did tapasya, his tapasya was so intense that the entire universe's, the air was held, withdrawn. Because he stopped his breathing and he withdrew, controlled the air, and people were not able to breathe. Then Brahma and then Vishnu had to come personally, asking, what do you want? Why are you doing tapasya so much? So, things are nice around us. We should not take this granted. We should know there's a God behind this, making this happen. That is Matta Paratarannam Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. My dear Lord, my dear Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. So that is the position of God. So then further Krishna explains about his presence as energy in this world, different energies. Rasoham Sukaunteya Prabhashmi Shashisureha Pranava Sarvavedeshu Shabda Ke Purushaha Drishu. And the gaze of water, light of the sun and moon. This is how we can remember the Lord always. We can, when you drink a taste of water, it is Krishna. Light of the sun and moon. Syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, that is also Lord. And the sound of the ether and ability in man. And the original fragrance of the earth. I am reading the translation from 8 to 11. Which is listed in the slide here. And the heat in fire, and the life of all that lives, and the finances of all ascetics, and the origin seed of all existence, the intelligence of the intelligent, prowess of the powerful men, and the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire, and sex life which is not contrary to the religious principles. So Krishna is explaining his position. These are different energies of the Lord, by knowing which we can know Krishna very easily. We can understand Krishna very easily. Then he says in the 12th verse, the last verse of that section, Krishna's energies. All states of being, they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of this nature. Lord is independent. We should not try to apply our logic to Lord. It's very common tendency, isn't it? They say, you see, Krishna married 16,000 wives. So, she or Krishna has done this, Krishna has done that. So, should I also do? No, Krishna is beyond us. Krishna did so many things. Krishna swallowed fire. Can you swallow fire? Krishna lifted hill. Can you lift a hill? So Krishna is a Sudarshan Chakra. Do you have Sudarshan Chakra? No chakras you have. Isn't it? So we should not compare ourselves with God. God is independent. He is a Swarat. He is completely independent. It is at his discretion. Somebody may ask, is the Lord male or female? Lord is male or female? What do you think? Is a neuter or is a male or female? What is he? There is a wonderful prayer by Gajendra in the Srimad Bhagavad where he mentions this. Nastri nashanto napuman najantuhu. Lord is Nastri nashanto napuman najantuhu. Is no animal, nor him, nor the Purusha, the Kuman, nor Stri, nor Shandaha or neutral. Then what is he? We call him he because he, in English unfortunately we have used this word he. The he, in the Sanskrit it is called Purusha. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Supreme enjoyer he is. In Sanskrit, Purusha means enjoyer. Stri has many meanings. One of the meaning for Stri is enjoyed. There is enjoyed and enjoyed. Like mother cooks food and the child happily eats. Who is the enjoyer? Child. When the child enjoys the food, mother is enjoyed. Understand? Actually, mother sometimes enjoys more than the son without eating, by seeing the son eating. So, Purusha and the Stri's actual understanding is this. One is enjoyer, one is enjoyed in that circumstances. So, there is only one Purusha in the entire creation. That is Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That is Krishna, our God. Then what we all are? In front of Krishna, we are a Stri. Material world you make. Now in this particular circumstances, we have temporary man and woman in this world. Don't know, this life you are woman or man and next life you may change into woman and man. Things may change based on this body, this external body. But what is our original position in front of God? We are Stri, he is Purusha. Means, when the God enjoys, we are enjoyed. We see this in the Vrindavana Leelas of Krishna. Krishna enjoys stealing butter in all the houses of the Gopikas. Who is enjoying the butter? It's Krishna. What is happening to them? They are enjoyed. By seeing Krishna, they get enjoyment. This is the relationship of all the living beings to God. So, when we come to that, this is not the Purusha of this world what we think. In this world we have some definition of men and women. This is not that men and women. He is the Adi Purushan. There is a story I had mentioned earlier. So, of Mirabai. Mirabai is a great devotee of Krishna. She came to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is near Mathura, Krishna's birthplace. There was a great sage called Rupa Goswami. She wanted to meet. But sage was in a vow that she will not meet any women. So Mirabai wanted to meet the exalted sage and she requested. A disciple took the request of Mirabai and went to sage Rupa Goswami and said, there is a woman, devotee called Mirabai, she wants to meet you. Sage said, Rupa Goswami said, you know I don't meet women, tell her that I don't meet women. The disciple comes back and tells Mirabai that you see, our Goswamiji does not meet any women, we are very sorry. So Mirabai says, Arey, what is this? In front of Krishna everybody is women. What is the men and women of this world? So the disciple goes back and conveys this comment of Mirabai to exalted sage Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami hears this. He understands the woman who came is not ordinary. She is very exalted devotee and understood the whole principles of creation, knows the entire truth. And Rupa Goswami says, call her, I will wait. So this is an incident again to tell that what is our relationship with God. So, not knowing what is Krishna, God's position, we should not simply conquer. Okay, he is Purusha, he married so many. For that matter, everybody is wife of Krishna. Everybody is Krishna's servants in this world. That is Krishna's ultimate position. So, without this transcendental knowledge, without this proper knowledge, if somebody comments, oh, Krishna has done this, your God has done this, Rama has done this, they have no idea. They have no conception of God clearly. So God is Nastri Nashando Nakuman Najantuhu is Govinda Mati Purusham Tamaham Pachami. That is the position of the Lord. So again Krishna is supporting that here, saying that all state of being, be they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of this material nature. I am not stuck. Another example Srila Prabhupada gave was the prison house. You see in the prison house, who stays in the prison house? Who has done some mistakes? Prisoners. There are some higher authorities, like the President of India. The President of the country can sometimes excuse a criminal. When the capital punishment is given to somebody, the court, Supreme Court said he should be hung. The last one more attempt they can do. What is that? Writing to President. President has the right to say no, don't hang. The President has the powers to send somebody out of the prison house. Imagine one day in the prison house, a lot of prisoners. One day the President of India comes. Who is the President of our country? Murmu, Draupadi Murmu. She comes. She goes inside prison house walking. Now all the prisoners are thinking, my God, Modi has arrested President also now. Look at, she also has become prisoner. It's a foolishness, isn't it? She has come to liberate you. so that you can come out of the jail. You are thinking she also has become part of the jail. Like that when Krishna comes, he comes yada yada hi dharmasya kale bhavati bharata abhittanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham. He is coming to uplift us, to take us back from this material world. And we are thinking, we are judging. Oh, Krishna has done this. Why he has done this? Oh, Krishna has ate meat. Rama ate meat. This is it. Rama can eat anything. He can eat the whole world also. So we judge the activity of God. So this is not correct, because Krishna is God, is beyond all things. Then the section 3. Knowledge of the Absolute. Knowing this, what binds us to this material world? The verse number 13. Trivir gunamaye bhave evi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya paramaveyam. But what is happening to all the living beings? Deluded by 3 modes: goodness, passion and ignorance. The whole world does not know me, who am above the notes and inexhaustible. Actually, the whole world does not know who is God, who is Krishna. That's what Krishna said. Manishanam sahasreshu kaschid siddhaya. Very few people. See how many people are there in Mangalore city? How many of you are attending Bhagavad Gita classes? How many of you are trying to understand the truth? They don't understand God. People don't get this knowledge because they are deluded by modes of material nature. And modes of material nature is very difficult to overcome. And we are deluded by it. Does Krishna come under the modes? No. Krishna is not under Maya. Rather, Maya is energy of Krishna. So that is where now Krishna says this chapter 14 verse. Daivi esha gunamati mama maya duratya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. So now this divine energy of mind, which divine energy? Daivi esha gunamayi mama maya duratya. Krishna's plus Maya. This word is here meant as Maya means illusion. That is not. We think it is, but it is not. That is called delusion or illusion or Maya. Like seeing rope as a snake is Maya. Snake also exists, rope also exists. But considering rope as a snake is Maya, the delusion. So we all are in a delusion in this body. We are in a delusion of happiness. And what is that delusion? Consisting of 3 modes of material nature. It is difficult to overcome. Duratyaya. Not easy to come over this Maya. But there is a sutra, there is a way to come out of that. Mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross the others. See? It is very easy for those who surrender to God, surrender to Krishna. Surrender means what? What is the meaning of surrender? Say 4 terrorists in Kashmir surrender to Indian army. Means what? What happens in their life thereafter?
That's what you're saying. Their life will be the soldiers.
At the moment, then later in the future what happens? Their life will be the soldiers' hand. Means soldiers are representing our country. They become the citizens of our country, and they are supposed to follow the constitution of our country. Then onwards, You have to follow the instructions and constitution's instructions. Now when you say I am surrendering to Krishna, means what? Your life is in Krishna's hand. Yes, that is correct. Thereafter, how does your life lead? You have to follow the instructions of Krishna. Surrendering, not that I just fall at his feet and catch holding of his feet forever. Surrendering means I follow the instructions given by God. I follow Bhagavad Gita. If I implement Bhagavad Gita in my life, it means that I surrender to Krishna. So if you surrender to Krishna, Mameva ye prapadyante maya vedam tarantite, you can be liberated from the Maya. Otherwise, mama maya dhuratyaya, very difficult. Generally, Krishna does not say anything is difficult, but here he says it's very difficult to work. Then he explains there are 4 kinds of people who do surrender to Krishna and some do not surrender to Krishna. Very interesting. Please repeat 15 words. Nama dushkriti montha prapadyante naradhamaha maya bharata jnana asuram bhavamashitaha. Next verse. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukriti arjuna arto vidyasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshvha. So there are 4 kinds of people who surrender to Lord and who do not surrender to Lord. So who do not surrender to Krishna? Who are grossly foolish. Mudha. Mudha means foolish. Lowest among mankind. Naradhama. Nara adhamas. Lowest of mankind. Whose knowledge is stolen by illusion. Maya apahrita jnana. Maya apahrita jnana. The knowledge is stolen by illusion. 4. Who partake of atheistic nature of demons. Asuram bhavamashitaha. What kind of nature they have taken? Asura bhava. Like Ravana. Asura bhava. What is Asura bhava means? I don't care for this. I am concerned with my enjoyment. It's Asura bhava. Let others go to hell. I don't care. For me, my enjoyment is the foremost important. Let all others suffer. I don't care. So this consciousness is Asura bhava. So the Asura bhava Ashitaha, and those where knowledge is stolen by illusion, Maya Pratajnana, Naradhama, lowest of the mankind, and one is Mudha, foolish. These 4 kinds of people do not surrender to Krishna. Rama, they never surrender to Krishna. So if we find these 4 class of people, we should not try to preach to them, come, surrender to Krishna. No, they will not. They are Asura bhava Ashitaha. Very difficult. So then, 4 kinds of people who surrender to Krishna. Krishna called them as Sukritinaha. Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha Sukritinaha. Sukritinaha means very pious people. Who are they? One is Artho, distressed. Artharthi, desire of wealth. Then Jijnasu, inquisitive, and Jnani, who is in search of knowledge of the absolute truth. They all believe in the devotional service of Krishna. See, people come under this, isn't it? Either people come artho, fully distressed. Everything is gone in life, nothing is there, fully depressed. They say, no, first you try allopathy, then homeopathy, and then Tirupati. so nothing, everything is finished, then people are so, they are also. But they come to Krishna. Krishna says such people are very pious. He gives that credit to them. Then Artharthi, I want wealth. I want in return. I give this to God and God should give me back this. Artharthi. Then implicity. Some people are jijnasu. They want to know what it is. What is there in Bhagavad Gita? What it is? What is this world all about? Why there is suffering? Why somebody is suffering, somebody is enjoying? Why there is disparity in this world? If God is there, why it is happening? Then implicitly to know. They also come to Krishna. Then one is in search of knowledge. Want to have the knowledge. They also come to Krishna. They are Krishna. Gives credit to them. He says they are Chaturvitha Bhajante Mahamjana Sukritina. They are Sukritina. Krishna appreciates them. But in the further it is explained that these people who come with all different motives also, when they come in touch with Krishna and Krishna's Shuddha Bhakta, the pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, what happens to them? They give up their petty desires and they become pure devotees. Just like it happened with the Dhruva. I just quoted Dhruva and I am taking the same example. Dhruva went to Vishnu asking a kingdom which is bigger than his grandfather, Brahma. But after seeing Krishna, Vishnu, what transformation happened in him? He said, Kachan Vichinnam Apide Vyaratnam Swamim Krutakos Vivaram Nayache. I don't know any Vara, my dear Lord. After seeing you, I may not desire salvation. I don't know anything else. This transformation happens. But people come with, Sukritina people come with all these different kinds of motives. So which one we want to? We keep oscillating from this to that. Sometimes heart goes upset, sometimes distress, all these kind of things. Because I asked this question to somebody, they told Prabhu, I keep changing. Sometimes heart goes upset. But anyway, Sukritina, they have come to Krishna. So Krishna is happy with it. They are the one who surrender to Krishna. In the purport you see, in the purport of the 16th verse, Prabhupada quotes this verse from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says, Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anamritam anukulyena krishnanushilam bhakti uttama. What is uttama bhakti? The pure bhakti is Anya abhilashita shunyam. Anya abhilasha. Other desires should become zero. Material desires should become zero. That is bhakti uttama. That's a devotional service. One should achieve. That's a process. So, further, of these, the wise one who is in full knowledge, union with me, through pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is very dear to me. Now I said, Anya Vilashita Shunyam. Now Krishna is continuing. Of these, wise one who is in full knowledge, in union with me, through pure devotional service is the best. Eka Bhakti Vishishyate. Nitya Yukta Eka Bhakti Vishishyate. That bhakti is very dear to Krishna. Priyodi Jnanino Atyartham Aham Sa Cha Mama Priyaha. It's very dear to Krishna. Among all the four varieties of Gita. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls. But he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider very well in me. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he attains me. So one who progresses, come with the artho, dismissed, but progress beyond all those desires and render service to Krishna is very dear to Krishna. And he attains Krishna. That's why Krishna says in this verse, please repeat. Bahunam janmanamante Jnanavan ma prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti Samahatma sudurlabha. See, after many births and deaths, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. Jnanavan Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate, they surrendered unto me. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, who is Vasudeva? Son of Vasudeva. Who is son of Vasudeva? Krishna. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma, that kind of person is Sudurlabha, is very rare. Who is very rare? Who has accepted Krishna fully. It's very rare. And Bahunam Janmanamante. Why Bahunam Janmanamante? In this life I may have some desires. I fulfill that desire at the end I come to know, still I am not happy. Then one more life, maybe I was not sufficiently rich. Next life I will become rich. Next life all richness comes. I enjoy all the richness. Then I come to the end of it. That also did not give me happiness. Probably good health gives me happiness. Next life I may be blessed with a good health by Krishna's mercy. And good health I continue. That also did not give me happiness. Like this, some people have to take so many lives. They will not immediately accept. That is why we don't force. Somebody says, no, I don't want to come to them. Okay, alright. Because Bhagavad Janmanam, some people take time. They have to go through the life's experiences. So Krishna himself says, Bhagavad Janmanam, Jnanavan ma prapadyate. He accepts Krishna as Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Section 4. Worship of the Devatas. And what kind of different lives they take, that is also explained here. Okay? You see, why they take different lives with many desires. You know, why do we take again and again life? Why it happens? It's not that Krishna wants us to go through this. Krishna does not want us to go through this. It's a we wanted to go through that. It's our desire, kama. I want to enjoy this way, that way. Something is fulfilled in this life, something is not fulfilled in this life. Then one more life is credited. Okay, you continue. So like this, you have to go on taking life after life to fulfill the desires. Sometimes to fulfill that desire, we will not have sufficient karma. Then Krishna will give opportunity to get that karma. The story of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was born blind. When he was alive, all his 100 children were killed. What an unfortunate dad he is, father he is, to see all his children dying and blind, born blind. And Krishna, he asked a question to Krishna. Vishnu asked, why Dhritarashtra has to suffer like this? Krishna said, 100 lives back, he was a hunter and he killed 100 birds in front of the fallen mother bird. And when they are crying, their children are killed, he went and plucked their eyes. Now, for this hideous crime he has done, he has born blind, all his 100 children are killed in his presence. It's in Mahabharata. Then next question was, why 100 life back now it came? Next life only it should happen. Then Krishna said, to get 100 children he required punya. So next 100 life he acquired punya to get 100 children. Once that is completed, then no more dharma again. So suppose you wish, I want to become Prime Minister of India. Don't think think next life you may not become Prime Minister because karma is not sufficient. But Krishna will sense this desire. Okay, this Jivatma has a desire to control the entire country of 140 crore people. Okay, now how much karma is required to control 140 crore people? It's not small karma, isn't it? Now, life after life, next few lives after lives, he will give you opportunity to do dana, dharma, acquire karma for this. But if you misuse that, you will not get. You will have to keep on waiting. And if you rightly utilize those things after many lives, you may become Prime Minister. You would have forgotten, I have desired this. So this is the Bahunam Janmanam. Why Bahunam Janmanam they are taking? To fulfill the desires. That is why here it is said, you see the next verse. Please read it, 20th verse. Karmaiste hridajnana prapadyante anya devataah tam tam niyamam asthaya prakrutyanyata swaya kame stay hridajnana. You see, previous verse to this verse there is a connection. Those who have some understanding of Sanskrit you will see here. Previous verse it is said, Jnanavan ma prapadyate. Same Jnana and prapadyate words are used in the next verse. Hridajnanaha prapadyante anya devataah. Prapadyante, coming to. Those who go to Krishna, who go to devatas, those Jnanaha kamaistvai hritaha. The desires, the lust, karma has taken over our jnana. Those living beings, they prapadyante. Where do they go? Anya devataah. They approach other devatas. Tam tam niyatam asthaya prakrutya niyata swaya. They follow the particular rules and regulations of the worship according to their own nature. So they follow different Indra, Chandra, all the devatas. People worship different devatas. So, by desire, to fulfill the desires. So, desires are fulfilled by devatas. But we cannot escape from karma bandhana. You cannot escape from old age, disease, death, and miseries of this world cannot be completely eradicated. If the rich man, if the money gives happiness, all the rich people should be happy in this world, isn't it? So, after approaching the devatas with different karma, so one will not come to Krishna. They take Bahunam Janmanam, they next corrected verse, you see. Yo yo yam yam dhanam bhaktaha shraddhayarchitam ichchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidatatyaham. I am in everyone's heart, the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship the devatas, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to some particular deity. His Lord only makes his faith steady because he, instead of becoming asura, instead of becoming naradhana, instead of becoming all these dushkritina, better you worship devata, you come with the shraddha. There is some chance. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanam, you will come back to me one day. So Krishna makes their faith steady. Endowed with such faith, he seeks favor of a particular devata and obtains his desires. But in actuality, verse number 22 I am reading. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Mayeva hitam hita. I am only bestowing all these things. And the next verse. Antarantu thanantesham tad bhavati alpamedhasam. Lord Krishna is saying, they are called alpamedhasam. Alpa means what? Little, isn't it? Alpa. Medhasa. Medhasa means intelligence. Antarant phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedhasam. Men of small intelligence worship the devatas. Alpamedhasam. Their fruits are limited and temporary. When you get the blessings of the devata, that is limited and that is temporary, that is not permanent. Those who worship the devatas go to the planets of the devatas. But mad bhakta yanti manoti. But my devotees ultimately reach my spirit. So one goes to Krishna. If you worship Krishna, you go to Krishna, which is superior energy. You don't no more stay in this external energy. But if you worship Devata, you stay in external energy, your desires are fulfilled, but those desires are fulfilled on a temporary basis and limited. Because everybody goes with the desires. Like when the cricket match is happening, people who follow the India also praying to God. God, please let the trophy come to India. People are in Pakistan also praying to God. God, let the trophy come to Pakistan. Everything is within this material world only. God will sanction this side and that side based on the cumulative karma of everybody. So he has to have his own formula to calculate all this. But ultimately, temporary. How is it temporary? This man trophy has gone to Australia. Next, after 4 years, it may go to another country. Is it permanent? It is not permanent. In 2012, India got World Cup in cricket. So very so great. India is top of the world. After 4 years, India is nowhere. So how you see the material world, all the results comes, goes, the temporary. So that is why Krishna is saying, Antamanta parantesham tadbhavat alpamedhasam. They are alpamedhasa. They are less intelligent people. Antamanta param. That param is antamanta. It ends one day. Then why they are not getting Krishna? Why they are not understanding that? Avyaktam vyaktimapanam manyate mam abuddhaya param bhavam majanantam mamavidam manuttanam. How clearly Lord is saying here, unintelligent men who know me not think that I have assumed this form and personality. They think God has no form, He has come in this form. His form is made up of material energy, they think. Krishna's body is not made up of flesh and bone and blood and all those things. Krishna's body is transcendental. It's a spiritual body. It does not follow the law of this world. Law of this world is what? This body is made up of flesh, bone. If you fall from the second floor, you break your leg and hands and break your head also sometimes and die also. If Krishna falls from the second floor, nothing happens to him. Even Krishna and Balaram jump from the hill. There's a beautiful pastime. If somebody put 100 kgs or 1000 kgs stone is put on your head, what will happen? It will break, smash, isn't it? But Krishna is lifting. Go over the hill in his little finger. Where is the law of this world applying to his body? His body is beyond all those things. Law of this world. But avyaktam vyaktimapanam. What abuddhaya, unintelligent people think? They think he has assumed this form. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is changeless and supreme. He is changeless. Krishna is navayamvaramcha. He does not grow old. In Krishna's story, Krishna lived how many years? When he fought Mahabharata war, he was 125 years old. But how was he looking? 16 years old. He is navayamvaramcha. He doesn't grow old. His wish, he wants he will appear like an old man. But he is navayamvaramcha. So that is the Lord's position. Not that God grows old, one day gets a heart attack and dies. नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृताः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम्. So it's not easy. I'm never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. And for them I am covered by my eternal creative potency, Yogamaya. And so the deluded world knows me not, who am unborn and infallible. Why this I will explain in some other class. Why does Krishna do this? Okay? Very interesting, important. He covers himself. He is not easily visible. People are not able to understand him. So this is Krishna's explanation of Devatas and Nirakaravada. Then comes the last section where delusion by Maya to the devotion to Krishna. So, O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, all things that are yet to come. I also know all the living entities. But me, no one knows. Verse number 26. Why no one knows Krishna? Because of the illusion. The illusion which we are in. O same of Bharata Arjuna, O conqueror of the few, all the living entities are born into delusion, overcome by the divinities of desire and hate. Then the last verse, last 3 verses. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam. What should one should do? Person who has acted piously, we should act piously always. In previous life and this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, who are freed from the divinities of delusion, engage themselves in wise service. So intelligent person who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death, take refuge in me in devotional service. So those who want to liberation should take refuge in Krishna. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything without transcendental fruiting activities. And the last verse. Those who know me as the Supreme Lord, as governing principle of the material manifestation, who know me as the underlying of all the Devatas, as one sustaining all sacrifices, can, with steadfast mind, understand and know me even at the time of death. So this all came from controlling mind and becoming yogi. So Krishna is concluding the process of studying mind, getting studying mind, process of progressing in spiritual life is one has to first understand Krishna, one should render devotional service, one should approach him, and this way with the Shraddha, the worship, with this knowledge, one will be able to, with a steadfast mind, understand and know me even at the time of death. So that is the position of Krishna. So now with this, we have come to the conclusion of the chapter, knowledge of the Absolute. Now we understood what is Absolute. Absolute is God, Absolute Krishna. What is Krishna? Who approaches Krishna? All these things we discussed in this chapter. Coming chapter is attaining the Supreme. Now how to attain that? We understood what it is. How to attain Krishna. So that will be described in the next chapter. With this I come to the end of the chapter. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki